I've made a video about this before, but there are a lot of immigrants, to put it bluntly, they've just had enough of their family, had enough of the parents, had enough of the backwards thinking. You know, there's a reason why the countries that we come from are shit. Let's keep it 100. There's a reason why the countries and the regions that we come from are not doing well. A lot of it is to do with the mindset of the people. There's obviously corruption, poor leadership, but the people are stuck in there. Some of the shit is just so stupid the way you think. And a lot of immigrants are done with that shit, man.
African parents who have given birth to children that live in the UK, please get over the fact that we are no longer back home, we are in the UK. I don't care about a bride price. I don't care what people back home are thinking about me. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about forcing tradition into my life when I wasn't raised in that tradition. Like, I'm not gonna be sending the money back home for no funerals. I'm not sending money back home for no weddings. I don't know these niggas. And off that, I don't know who these people are, so why do I care what anything I do looks like to them? African parents really need to get over this incessant need to do image with everyone. Oh, it's gonna look so bad to the family back home. Oh, this, oh, that. I don't care. No one cares, actually. Keep your culture, keep your traditions, but don't force nobody to abide by certain traditions that you like to follow. Just please leave me alone. Get out of my...
The concept of caring about what people think back home is something that is so difficult for me to not understand, but to empathize with. I find it so stupid. Maybe it's because I've always been an independent thinker, but I'll be speaking to my mum and she be talking about, oh, but what are people gonna think? I'm like, what the fuck? Who cares? Who gives a fuck? Sending money back home and stuff. I send money to my mum because she actually done like a huge thing for me tangibly that set me up for life forever. But that's it. You know what I'm saying? Family back home. I don't really know what that has to do with me personally. I'll be real.
All like foreign parents expect you to serve them for the rest of your life. Like, at what point can I just be my own self? Because listen, I love my parents. My parents are amazing. They support me so much. But every time I try to work towards my dreams, chase a goal, they throw some unavoidable stuff at me. Like, they expect me to prioritize everything they ask of me over me trying to chase my goals. Like, I know I don't want to meet that random family friend instead of just working. Like, please just let me do my own thing. It's a priority issue. And I can't even like communicate that to them. Like, how do you even do that? Because every time I try and bring it up, I'm going against their wishes. I hate them. Like, bro, chill.
There's nothing, okay, that's extreme. I was gonna say there's nothing I despise more, but I hate seeing people live their lives for other people. We only get one life. Your parents have already lived their life. They've already made all the decisions. They've already done all that shit. Live your own life. If they get upset, it is what it is. And there are a lot of people who are so, the validation of their parents means so much. And these are grown adults. I'm not talking about kids. Fully grown adults. The validation of their parents means so much that they essentially allow their parents to dictate their life. If your parents want to cut you off because you want to chase your dreams or you want to do X instead of Y, then that's on them. But again, it's easy for me to say that my upbringing, I'm very, individualistic in that way. A lot of people come from cultures that are really the family core, and they have their aunties and their uncles and their mum and their dad and their grandmom, and I get it.
Our parents brought us to the Western country due to fleeing from their own countries, only to not provide any generational wealth, and for any little piece of capital to be sent back home, only for them to invest in large houses and mansions back home, which nobody lives in, or at best people only visit once a year at best, and then not to have any generational wealth here, and for them to send all the money back home, whilst when we get to the point where we're able to squeeze a little bit of money, instead of us being able to save it for some generational wealth so that we can build our own generational wealth, they expect us to send them the money and for them to then continue to send it back home, which is actually breadcrumbs. And it would have made more sense for them to establish themselves, create businesses, so that they would have been able to actually send more back home instead of the breadcrumbs that they're sending. And the breadcrumbs aren't really providing generational wealth for the people back home, but it's taken from us and they're sacrificing from us. So now we're older and we're trying to hold them accountable, and they're upset and they're thinking that we're just blaming them for being bad parents. We're not calling them bad parents. We're just saying that they made mistakes and we'd like them to acknowledge these mistakes, and they're not, so we're going no contact. And the only way to break the generational curse is to not be around the people that curse you. Who said that?
It's dark. I'll be real. It's dark. And the thing about sending money back home, when our parents came here, if you're from the UK, right? If you're American, Black American, obviously it's very different for you guys. When our parents and our grandparents came here, all they knew was to work and send money back home. Because in their minds, they're here for a short time, they're gonna work here, send money back home, and then go and retire back home. Generational wealth wasn't really a concept. Opening a business, running a business, it's not what we were brought here to do. We were brought here to rebuild the country. So that's what they did. And they sent their money back, right? I don't necessarily blame them for not being overtly innovative when it comes to creating businesses and all that stuff. I think we're the ones that have to take what they've done and take it to a different level. When she speaks about sacrificing to send money back home, I've seen quite a few stories where people have spoken about how their families would like struggle basically and not have, food in the fridge or be living, paycheck to paycheck, but they're sending shit tons of money back home to build houses and shit. You can look at it in two ways, It is a form of generational wealth, right? Your parents work their entire life, if they successfully build this house, they put it in a will, it's gonna be one of you's house, right? You can then maybe turn that into an Airbnb or, there's certain things that you can do with that. But yes, it would obviously be better if that, whatever that house is, the value of that house or whatever could be built over here in the West, because then you could make more money out of it here.
Your parents are not abusive because they're immigrants. Your parents are not cruel to you because they are African or Asian. Your parents are that way because your parents fucking suck. A lot of immigrants have unhealed trauma that they push onto their children. Yeah, but this holds true for people around the world, especially people who grew up poor. But when we equate being an immigrant or being Asian or Black or a minority with being cruel to your children, what we are doing is we are, one, not holding our parents accountable for what they have done to us, and two, making the pinnacle of good parenting white parents. Because my parents were also kind of, when I was a kid, right? But you know what happened? We had an open communication and they changed. They are much better people and much better parents now. It's very difficult, it's very frustrating to see people be like, oh, my African parents this, my African parents that. My African parents love me. They give me hugs. They say I love you. Don't put this on being an African. Don't put this on being an immigrant. Put on your parents. I
seen this one video, this Asian guy. And he was like, yeah, my Asian dad never said he loved me. I'm like, what the fuck is that about? What is that about? Never in his life. And they grew up, it's not like the dad was estranged, grew up in the same house. And it was kind of just like, yeah, that's just kind of how he was. And our relationship's gotten better. But he never said that the dad said it. Just kind of overlooked it because their relationship got better. Weird. But yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this. What's you guys' relationship with your parents, with your immigrant family? Let me know in the comments.
This liquor got me in my zone. Now I'm blowing up your phone. Blowing weed, smoking the ozone. I just can't let this go. This liquor got me in